Kevin Rodriguez is 6 years old. In the last year, Kevin was diagnosed with lymphoma, a cancer of the immune system. He is at the beginning of a 2-year regimen of chemotherapy in the Hematology-Oncology unit at El Paso Children's Hospital. A catheter was implanted in Kevin's chest. This port is used for chemotherapy and other intravenous infusions that are necessary in treating children's cancer. This can be difficult and scary for any child. Every time the nurses want to access Kevin's port to administer an infusion, he cries. Feeling nervous, scared, or anxious makes pain worse.
Es porque el niño le tiene miedo cuando le ponen la aguja o le sacan sangre. De hecho, nomás miraba, sabía que le iban a poner la aguja y lloraba y gritaba y así.
With the help of the local Children's Miracle Network, a child life specialist at El Paso Children's Hospital, Abigail Nunn, presented Kevin with his own chemo duck, a therapeutic tool that supports and comforts children living with cancer through medical play. Kevin's chemo duck has its own portacath and a small bump under the bandage, just like Kevin, that covers the intravenous access for chemotherapy.
1, 2, 3. Muy bien, Lucas.
Through therapeutic play, Abby was able to show Kevin how his chemo duck has a port just like him. Kevin decided to name his duck Lucas. So now, Lucas provides Kevin huggable hope and a sense of security. He quickly becomes Kevin's all-day, everyday companion as they begin their journey together.
And it's something that he said, oh, that's not as scary as I thought it was. And so it's really neat to be able to work with the kiddos and show them with something tangible that's at their level of education and be able to teach them on something that becomes their friend, and it's another patient. And so they get to play doctor and nurse and be able to take care of their chemo duck while the nurses take care of them. And it really empowers them to be able to do that.
In the year he has been being treated for cancer at El Paso Children's, he has gone through surgeries, chemotherapy, blood infusions, radiation, and much more. For each procedure, he receives a new bead to triumphantly wear to mark his journey of courage. Through his own unique necklace, Kevin and other children tell their own special story of accomplishment and each major step they've endured along the way in their cancer care. They are the Milagro beads. Each bead was selected with a special meaning to symbolize each step and medical procedure in a child's journey through their fight against cancer.
As we turn this cord into a necklace with their beads, it becomes kind of a symbol of the courage that they've had to have to endure all the different procedures, and they get to wear it proudly around the unit and at home with their family. Every child's going to have their own necklace, and it's going to be unique to them based on what type of procedures they've received. We felt it important to start off first with their name because they are special and unique, and then they receive a diagnosis bead, and we really wanted them to have this bead. It's a turtle, so when they get diagnosed with cancer, they get to place this turtle bead on their necklace.
And the turtle is the symbol of long life, and so I think it's important when a cancer patient goes through treatment that they don't think of themselves as a patient, they think of themselves as a survivor.
The Milagro Beads program is designed to support and strengthen children and their families coping with cancer and related disorders.
I do know, having a father that did have cancer, that it's a tough road. So I can only imagine what children are enduring as they're journeying down the path of cancer. And when you see the children, especially in the inpatient unit, that get to participate in an activity that not only symbolizes what they've gone through, I think it also helps as a distraction too, something that they can look forward to do other than painful treatment.
Luisa likes to be called Nena. She had just celebrated her 2nd birthday when she started to have very high fevers. Her mother, Elena, brought her to El Paso Children's Hospital, where she was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, cancer of the blood. El Paso Children's Hospital is the only hospital in the region certified as a COG, a Children's Oncology Group, one of only 190 children's cancer research hospitals in the nation, which means that Nena will receive the latest research and protocols right here at home.
Hola! Hey, Nena!
Nena and her mother met Megan Kamau, a child life specialist at El Paso Children's Hospital. who works with children and their family to help them cope with the challenges of hospitalization, illness, and disability.
You help me push?
Using a Medkin doll, Megan taught Nena and her mother about chemotherapy, infusion treatments, how to take care of Nena's chemo port. Through therapeutic play, the specialized learning tool helps Megan prepare the patient for the different types of treatments a child might go through in her journey to health. Removable layers help Megan explain a variety of conditions.
The back, we like to show where a bone marrow happens and the lumbar puncture, so where they get some chemo in their back and how it works. Healthy lungs, and then we ordered the asthma lungs so we can demonstrate to the kids the difference of what's going on in their lungs. We have this adapter, which is our G-tube or gastronomy tube. So for kids that need that to help with feeding. This one is really good more for the parents because they are nervous about connecting the G-tube to the tube for the food. And so they think they're hurting their child by maneuvering this around. So it helps them kind of get comfortable with connecting.
Often, children will be too young to fully express what they are feeling. Art and music play a large role in the Child Life program, giving limitless means of expression and stress relief for children of any age.
Therapeutic Arts program is art classes for the kids and their siblings. Art intrinsically is self-soothing and alleviates anxiety both for the children and their parents. The camaraderie that happens, and one family might be at the beginning of their journey treating their child's cancer, whereas another patient's halfway through and another patient's just here for clinic to get a checkup. And they talk to one another and help guide each other and assure one another that this journey has a purpose and a happy ending.
Yeah, it helps a lot because, the hospital's not really a fun place for kids to be, so this gives her something to do so she's not stuck in a room all day, and it's not as bad being in the hospital.
And once they come out of that room and out of that shell and see other children who are going through the same thing they do better physically, emotionally, mentally. It just helps alleviate so much of the frustration and the fear that they're going through.
The Therapeutic Art program at El Paso Children's Hospital is entirely funded through donor support.
And this really, I can tell, helps her kind of cope with this huge stress of cancer and being stuck in the hospital for a lot more than normal kids. So I would definitely encourage people to donate to.
I would ask people to continue to financially support this program. It is terribly important. We go through a lot of materials in a day, but what they take away at the end of the day is a feeling of betterness and a nice piece of art.